glorious people, and welcome once again to a Battlefield Play4Free video commentary, and this time it's actually for the M240B. So before I go through and discuss this gun, I'm going to give a few shoutouts, of course. The first one being Russian Killer 201 for sending me a really nice thank you letter, which I thought was really cool, so you're welcome. Next shoutout goes to the Bad Bunny guy for leaving me a YouTube comment. And lasties but not leasties, I eats bacon, nom 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 nom, for leaving me a private message on the Play4Free forums. Okie dokie, so let's get started on the M240B. The M240 is the US military designation of the FN MAG, meaning General Purpose Machine Gun, a family of belt-fed, gas-operated medium machine guns firing the 7.62 by 51mm NATO cartridge. Despite not being the lightest machine gun in service, it is highly regarded for reliability. The Bravo variant of the M240 has first appeared in Battlefield Play4Free, and also made its way into Battlefield 3. The total amount of ammo you get with the M240B is 180, and that's 90 bullets per cartridge, making this gun have the most bullets per magazine out of all the LMGs available for your medic class. The reload time for the M240B is almost 10 seconds. It's a little bit slower than the QJY's 10-second reload time, making it have the second worst reload time out of all the LMGs for your medic. As far as using the M240B for hipfire accuracy, I wouldn't even consider doing it either way, standing or crouched, just for the simple fact that the bullet deviation is a little bit worse than average, and not only that, but just because of the sheer power behind this gun, you know, for firing it via hipfire, it's just not even worth it, because your bullets are just going to be all over the place, and that's even if you're right up on your enemy too. However, if you use burst fire, you can get away with it that way, but the settle down time is what's going to kill you there. So take note, whenever using the M240B, you always want to aim down sight regardless of the situation that you get into. The overall recoil for the M240 really isn't that bad, but the part that kills it is actually the bullet deviation and the group size of each bullet, from how they spread out after each shot. So the types of engagements that you want to get into when using this LMG is definitely going to have to be no more further than medium range. And that's definitely using a paced burst shot at medium range. See, you have a prime example right here in the video showing you how much the bullet spray goes from this gun after making your first initial couple shots. It just gets pretty ridiculous from there, even for the base gun. The total amount of damage the M240 can do at close range tends to stay around the mid-20s in damage, and it takes about 2, maybe 3 headshots to kill your enemy. At medium ranges, it does 18 to 22 damage, and it'll take about 3 headshots to kill your enemy. And at long ranges, it'll still do 18 to 20 damage and 3 headshots to kill your enemy. So of course nothing stellar and nothing super bad about the damage that this gun can do throughout those ranges there. For efficiency purposes, the iron sight's okay, but for cosmetic purposes, I absolutely love it. I think it's pretty cool because it makes me feel like a BA when I use it. Not to mention, the other thing that looks really cool with this gun is when you're actually holding it and you decide to view the face cam, you'll notice how big the gun really is. I mean, it's a pretty big gun, especially for one person to carry. One of the other things you have to be careful with when holding the M240B is the fact that since it is a large gun, it's kind of hard to hide a little bit, just because of the simple fact that the nose of the gun sticks out a lot farther than pretty much all the LMGs in Battlefield Play4Free. So you just got to be careful with that and pick your spots wisely. One of the tactics I developed and started to use because of this gun was doing face cam and looking down whenever I hid behind like a small crate or something, so that way it gave me the least amount of visibility to my enemy as possible. I feel like the ideal use of this gun is definitely a supportive role and just laying down suppressive fire for your team, so you definitely want to stick with a squad when using this gun, because rolling out alone can definitely be difficult at times, so I wouldn't suggest being a lone wolf and using the M240B. Even though you have the most amount of ammo per magazine with it, it's still not a good idea just because of its sheer bullet deviation. It's just good for crowd control. Let's say you run into like a pack of enemies or like a large group of enemies and you just want to lay down suppressive fire. This is definitely the gun to do it because your bullets are flying all over the place and you're hitting random people, versus some of the other LMGs that you have more controlled and precise shots. The recommended maps for using the M240B would definitely be Basra and Sharkey, just because you have a lot of groups that like to roll together on these close quarters or medium range infantry maps. So the M240B, if you're rolling with your group, can lay down suppressive fire quite effectively in between capture points, especially if you post up behind a car or a wall or anything that you can find cover behind and lay suppressive fire. The really bad thing about the M240B is definitely its reload time. I mean, no matter what hiding spot or wherever you're at in the middle of reloading, you always are going to have that big chance of somebody running around the corner, still seeing you in the middle of the reload, and by in the middle you still have like 4 seconds left before you're fully reloaded, and then he could take you out in that time frame. So if and when you do decide to reload, make sure you're with a group of squad mates that can protect you. The maps that you're definitely going to have a tough time on are going to be Dalian and Omen, just because they are bigger maps, and not only that, but the bullet deviation, especially from shooting at farther ranges, are definitely going to kill it for this gun, just for being able to maintain those shots. So any type of medium to close range map would be good for this gun. So probably your biggest threat when having this gun is definitely going to be the recon class, especially if it's a really efficient recon that can shoot from far ranges. The next set of threats that are going to be in imminent danger are those engineers that have the shotguns or the faster rate of fire SMGs or primary weapons, just for the simple fact that your delay to aim down sight is considerably slower, and believe me, you're going to want to aim down sight every time when you're using this gun. But if those engineers get close enough to you, they're going to have the jump on you every time and take you out every time. So those are the two major issues that you'll run into with the M240B as far as efficient players go. But as far as the assault and medic class, if you encounter them at a medium range distance with this gun and get the shot off first, you should be fine, as long as you maintain accuracy. All in all, the M240B used to be one of my favorite machine guns in Battlefield Play4Free before the December patch. As for now, I see this gun as being just a subpar light machine gun that's nothing super fantastic. And rumor has it that they are going to be putting this gun away in storage. And if that's the case, I would just buy this gun for the sake of having it as a novelty and saying, oh look, I have this gun and you don't. And that's if you're into that type of thing. Or for you veterans wanting the extra challenge or a different rifle for the sake of having a different rifle, get this one. Okie dokie. That's all I have for the M240B for the medic class. I'd like to thank you guys for watching and supporting my videos. And with that being said, I will see you all next time.